Hi, this is Jason Cascarino. Thanks for listening to the Lessons in Adolescence podcast, a production of Remaking Middle School, an initiative that seeks to transform the learning and development experience for young adolescents in the middle school years. Remaking Middle School brings together good educational practice in school and out of school with the latest developmental science. In the Lessons in Adolescence podcast, we feature conversations with researchers, practitioners, program developers, and advocates. Drawing content from our past 2 seasons of episodes, we are offering a series of mini-lessons on important topics relating to positive early adolescent development and effective middle-level education. This mini-lesson is about belonging. Welcome to Remaking Middle School, an initiative that seeks to transform the learning and development experience for young adolescents in the middle school years. Remaking Middle School brings together good educational practice in school and out of school with the latest developmental science. Vital to the learning and development experience of young adolescents is a sense of belonging.
Transformative SEL or critical pedagogy or education are all intended to help young people engage in an educational process where they can kind of situate themselves in the world with integrity, with a sense of hopefulness and thriving that we all would hope to experience.
You just heard from Dr. Robert Jagers, Vice President for Research at CASEL, the Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning, who looks to transformative social emotional learning, or SEL, to bridge racial inequities in today's middle schools. At the core of this ambition, he emphasizes the ownership and belonging students feel in their own education, especially in striving towards more inclusive classrooms.
The degree to which school and the schooling process kind of reproduce social arrangements that are often informed by race, but can also be informed by gender or class background is the degree to which either, young people assimilate to that or comply with that kind of process, or for a variety of reasons, they might resist or disengage. And disengagement is one form of resistance. I'm not going to participate in my own oppression, for example. But there are also other ways to push back against what you view to be not in your best interest. And, oftentimes our young people do experience school as not being for them or in their best interest because the content, for example, they don't see themselves in the content. They don't understand it to be relevant to their own lived experience, or the ways in which they're encouraged to be in community is inconsistent with them feeling respected and valued and affirmed. And so, given the prevalence of SEL now, the idea of transformative SEL in some ways seems a little novel, but it really is part of an ongoing effort to frame a way of supporting the growth and development of our young people that doubles down on the fact that we value who they are and we want to position ourselves as adults to help them realize their fullest potential and to explore their interests and to help prepare them to take up the adult responsibilities in a just and fertile kind of environment.
There's no mistake from the research literature about the strength of cultivating belonging in middle schoolers. How is that brought into practice? Chris Balme, co-founder of Millennium School, a San Francisco middle school re-envisioned by educators and students alike, tells us about how the Millennium team worked to incorporate the developmental necessity of belonging into everyday classrooms.
One of the key learnings from all that research was that middle schoolers need to be social. If you are trying to get them to be still and individual and receptive on their own, that takes a lot of energy to do. They can muster it for some time, but it's really working against what their drives are. To me, the heart of any great middle school is the advisory program, or it can be. That's because I think with how much middle schoolers are changing on every possible level, physically, emotionally, neurologically, they need a safe place outside of their family where they can talk about what feels most important to them and feel like it's completely okay to reveal my messy self here. And I'm going to learn how to be present for others as they do the same. And together, with a good adult facilitator in there, we will be there for each other as we go through the ups and downs of this much rapid change. I mean, I think as adults, it's almost hard to remember what it feels like to change that rapidly, to wake up in a slightly different body and mind every single morning. Like, you need a group where you can process that. And you can't expect someone to learn at their full potential without that group. And as, thinkers back to Montessori and before called it's the social birth. So it's that huge expansion of human capacity in the social world. And so it's not something that's just, going on in the backgrounds. It needs to be processed socially. And you're figuring out new ways of relating to people, your parents, your friends, teachers, etc. So that advisory work we call Forum and is so essential. We give time to it every day. And then we had this privilege being an independent school to allocate essentially all day Wednesday for students to be in their forum together. That just signifies how important it felt that they have that group, a stable group of students that they're with all 3 years of middle school, same grade, mixed gender, same teacher, where they develop a sense of really deep trust.
In research and in practice, belonging is a fundamental building block to the project of remaking the middle school years as an empowering and transformative time and space for young adolescents. For more resources on belonging and early adolescence, check out the content available on the Remaking Middle School website at remakingmiddleschool.org.